Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to AUR's 2020 commencement exercises. As you have probably noticed, this virtual ceremony will be a mix of my live presentation and other participants' recorded greetings. Please go ahead and use the chat function to post messages and virtual claps throughout the proceedings. At the conclusion of the ceremony, everyone who joins the Zoom party can be live with video and audio. And now, to begin, please rise for the national anthems, which will be sung by AUR alumni Alana Madeline Lennon and Gabriel Wistison.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Fratelli d'Italia, l'Italia se desta, dell'elmo di Scipio se cinta la testa, dove la vittoria le porga la chioma che schiava di Roma, Dio la creò. Stringiamoci a corte, siamo pronti alla morte, siamo pronti alla morte, l'Italia chiamò. Stringiamoci a corte, siamo pronti alla morte, siamo pronti alla morte, l'Italia chiamò. Sì!
Thank you, esteemed members of the faculty, proud parents, devoted friends, and siblings. First of all, I would like to thank you, AUR, for giving me this important opportunity today. I feel greatly honored to stand before you with nothing to offer but with this short speech of jubilation. We are facing a dramatic emergency worldwide. It is trying to destabilize all of us in every single public and private moment of our lives. But we have to remember, as Anna Frank said, that everyone has inside them a piece of good news. The good news is you don't know how great you can be, how much you can love, what you can accomplish, and what your potential is. Today is a day of celebration, a day to celebrate all the hard work that got you to this moment. Today is a day of thanks, a day to thank those who helped you get here, nurtured you, taught you, cheered you on, and dried your tears. Today is a day of reflection, beginning of something new, because today marks the end of another era of your life and the beginning of something new. There are so many moments of joy ahead of you. That trip you always wanted to take, or the day you get a job doing something you truly believe in. All of these things will happen to you. Enjoy each and every one. I hope that you live your life, each precious day of it, with joy and meaning. I hope that you walk without pain and that you are grateful for each step. And when the challenges come, hope you remember that anchored deep within you is this ability to learn and grow. You are not born with a fixed amount of resilience. Like a muscle, you can build it up, drawing it when you need it. In that process, you will figure out who you really are, and you just might become the very best version of yourself. Class of 2020, build resilience. Build resilience in yourselves. When tragedy of disappointment strikes, know that you have the ability to get through absolutely anything. I promise you do. As the saying goes, we are more vulnerable than we ever thought, but we are stronger than we ever imagined. Build resilience communities. We found our humanity, our will to live, and our ability to love in our connection to another. Be there for your family and friends. And I mean, in person, not using emoji. Ladies and gentlemen, when most of you decided to come here for the master program, most of you needed to be shaken to show your true value. But as of now, I'm pleased to let you know that you are different. This university, through its well-learned and dedicated staff members, has always fought tooth and nail to educate you, to be self-starters and proactive all the time. And that is what you are as of now. Ladies and gentlemen, let us send a powerful signal. You need to know that now you are intellectually and academically mature for accepting responsibility of any sorts. Let's go out and just put into practice all the beneficial things you have learned here. More importantly, you should go out. You should go out with open minds for new and supplementary skills and knowledge, for your continuous professional development. Learning new things depends on self-willingness. You cannot discover new oceans unless you dare to lose sight of the shore. You need not be reminded that education is a progressive discovery of your own ignorance. As the great author Isaac Asimov once said, the only constant is change. Our world is constantly changing. It seems like only yesterday that the Walkman was the biggest rage. Today is the smartphone, the Bluetooth technology, a remote commencement like today. And tomorrow, I'm sure will bring something new. Aldous Huxley said, experience is not what happens to you, it is what you do with what happens to you. As one final request, I urge you to keep in touch with your professors, particularly those that serve as close mentors to you during your time here at the American University of Rome. You are our professional offspring. Call us, email us, WhatsApp us if you want. We would rather touch base with you for 8 seconds than not at all. We want to know how you are doing, what career moves have you made, and what your current passion and how are you pursuing them. If you can, come back to visit us, speak with our students and tell them about your experiences and career path. Help them find their way during times of uncertainty. When you do return to a campus, come find us. We'll either be in our offices or in a classroom somewhere, working with the next generation of bright-eyed scholars and professionals with boundless energy like you. Congratulations, class of 2020. I wish you great happiness and all the luck in the world. Thank you very much. So now move on and bringing greetings from the Board of Trustees, AUR alumnus Matthew Rimson.
Greetings to you all as we gather today in our respective homes spread across the globe. A warm welcome to the graduates, your family and friends, and to all the AUR community joining to celebrate the class of 2020. My name is Matthew Ripsum. I'm an AUR alumnus and member of the Board of Trustees. I speak to you today from New York City, though, like for many of you, my heart is most certainly in Rome during this special day. As an alum, it is a privilege to work alongside my fellow trustees, all of whom are committed to the betterment of AUR. One of the great joys of serving on the board is having the opportunity to interact with students each year. Board members delight in hearing your stories and understanding what brought you to Rome and to our beloved AUR. You are the lifeblood of the institution, and each of you has greatly enriched our academic community. You have brought your lifetime of personal and professional experiences to AUR and shared them amongst your classmates. Whether it is known to you or not, you have had an impact on each of your peers. fresh perspectives gained, not only in the classroom, but equally while sharing time together at Archie, or maybe after a late class, gathering for an aperitivo at Litro. Suddenly many hours have passed. Your faces sore from smiling, and your minds full of shared insights. You all gathered in Rome to embark on the great adventure of living in a new country while pursuing your master's degree. As board members, we marvel at your readiness to have accepted such a challenge. Undoubtedly, you felt the love and support of your friends and family during this special chapter in your life. Your hard work led to the successful completion of your degrees. And yet it may be argued that you've earned a second, albeit unofficial, degree. You've grown in ways that once may have been difficult to foresee. That growth which comes from living in a foreign environment, through adapting and expanding your base of knowledge. The cultural exchanges, the weekends spent exploring, or maybe it was simply learning that new level of patience through that classic Rome experience of standing in the rain, waiting for a bus that's running just a tad bit late. Rome will forever be a piece of your heart, and in turn, your mark on Rome and AUR will endure. You're a member of the AUR family, a family born in all reaches of the globe, gathering in Rome, and then once again spreading throughout the world. We are a small but mighty group, and I'm delighted to welcome you into our alumni family. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I extend our enthusiastic congratulations to the class of 2020. Thank you.
Thank you, Matthew. It's with great pleasure now that I present our guest speaker, Lynn Lancaster, Mellon Professor of the Humanities from the American Academy in Rome.
Buongiorno, buonasera, wherever you are now. I really appreciate this invitation to say a few words to you on your graduation during this very bizarre time. I'm actually speaking to you from the American Academy in Rome, but our current COVID protocols force me to use this virtual background, the library, which I suppose reflects the virtual world that we're all living in right now. None of you could have imagined that you would be graduating into such a situation. It may seem daunting at the moment to be on the cusp of entering into a world racked by unemployment. But as my 94-year-old mother keeps telling me, this too will pass. And she knows, she's been through a lot. However, when it passes, the world will be different. And your generation will be the one to invent what our lives look like in the future. Though this will pass, few things will go back to the way that they were. Those of us who have become accustomed to living our lives in a certain way are also burdened by our own habits. But you guys, you have the freedom to innovate and to think outside that box that is the past. You're graduating from 3 programs that are critical to our global future: sustainable cultural heritage, food studies, and peace studies. But suddenly, we're faced with a new reality that may require new approaches. Nevertheless, you've learned skills and ways of thinking about problems, which you now need to leverage to solve those problems within a different context. In the next month, you may well not have jobs, or at least not the jobs you want. But I urge you to try to get past the shock of it all and to use this downtime as an opportunity to explore new ideas, whether that means reading books, attending webinars, taking online skills courses, whatever you can do to expand your mind and your imagination during this period. Take this opportunity to strategize your own future, to think in creative ways about how to put your ideas into practice. Margaret Drabble, the British novelist, said that when nothing is sure, everything is possible. I think this is the best approach to life that one can have in these uncertain times. So with that thought, auguri to you all, and one graduation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lynn. And now, representing the graduating class of 2020 Master's Program, I'm pleased to introduce Ms. Natalie Yu Tong Ching.
Dear friends and family, faculty and staff, and my fellow 2020 graduates, good evening. Although we weren't able to gather in person this year, thank you so much for attending and making our collective celebration possible. My name is Natalie, and I'm so happy and honored to be speaking on behalf of my graduate school friends this year. As the culmination to the master's program, I completed my dissertation studying the role of urban agriculture in Rome's food system and visited farms in order to understand their networks and relationships. Although it's almost been half a year since I presented my thesis, I can't help but come back to the same themes that I've been studying now that I'm reflecting upon my time with AUR. Much like the urban farms that I studied, which did not operate in isolation from the other actors in the food system, I certainly would not be here today without the complex network of relationships that have nourished and sustained me throughout this 15-month journey. At the very heart of this network is my family, whose sacrifices have allowed me the privilege of being the first to pursue higher education and whose unwavering trust has encouraged me throughout this rigorous program. Friends make up the next layer in this network, sending love from afar in the form of voice messages and memes, as well as care packages and letters, always with an uncanny ability to put hard situations into perspective. With friends so far away, I was fortunate to have colleagues navigating this journey with me, fellow classmates with whom I spent countless hours working alongside in debate and discussion, celebrating successes and crying over setbacks over copious glasses of wine and pizzas. And of course, this journey would not have been possible without a dedicated team of professors who challenged and guided us, as well as grad school staff members who ensured that our transition to Rome, as well as our lives here outside of school, were as smooth as possible. It was also during my time here with AUR that I started to explore my professional connections in my field for the first time, leading to diverse working and learning experiences. These are just a few of the layers in the web of relationships that have shaped my time at AUR and which I'm so lucky to still be able to count on today. In these uncertain times, it might be more important than ever to continue building upon and strengthening these vital connections. Today, I would like to invite you to take a moment to reflect upon your own vibrant and intricate networks. Thank them, celebrate with them, and most of all, nourish them so that we might be better able to face our present challenges together. Thank you, and congratulations again to the class of 2020.
Hold on to me as we go, as we roll down this unfamiliar road. And although this wave is stringing us along, just know you're not alone. You've got and made this place your home. Settle down and it'll be clear. Don't pay no mind to the demons, they fill you with fear. The trouble it might drag you down. If you get lost, you can always be found. No, you're not alone, 'cause you've gone and made this place your home. Oh, 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 oh.
We did it. Wow, amazing, isn't it? Thank you, Alana and Gabriel. Now we will have greetings from each Master Program Director.
Dear Anna, Eva, Julia, Natalie, Nora, and Savannah, it gives me great pleasure to congratulate you on this day for your hard work, your achievements with your thesis, with your internships, and with your studies throughout the year. You probably see that the current crisis of the coronavirus is telling us how important this degree is, and you should be proud of it. You should be proud of the degree and of yourselves. Why is it important? Have you seen the food supplies, the disruption that is occurring in the food supplies, the importance of the farmers' markets, and the importance of the diets to be sustainable and healthy, to strengthen our food system, to our immunity system. So this is an important degree of which you should be proud. And I'm sure that with your work and social engagements, you will contribute to the food movement, all of us that are working towards a more equitable, just, and more sustainable food system. So again, I want to congratulate you. Please do remain in contact with each other. Do remain in contact also and network with the network of alumni of the Food Studies program. And I'm sure you will do well in your life. And of course, do keep in touch with us. We want to hear from you. And finally, I do hope to see you in Rome again very soon. With this, my warmest congratulations and my warmest wishes for your future endeavors. Greetings from Rome. Bye-bye.
I want to congratulate each and all of you on your degree in Peace Studies at American University of Rome. If there is something that this tough COVID-19 crisis has taught all of us, this is that today, more than ever, we live in a world that desperately needs peace and coordination to manage global emergencies. The MA in Peace Studies at AUR is aimed at training people who are passionate about peace and can make a difference in the world of the future. You're now among those people, you worked hard, and you earned a much-deserved degree. Now it is time for you to build up on what you've done in your graduate studies, and I have no doubt that this will lead you to great achievements. Once again, congratulations to all of you.
Okay. Well, hi everyone. I'm so sorry that I'm saying this to you remotely and we're not all here together to enjoy one of the wonderful glasses of wine that Italy produces and really cheer you all on in your new life. And I hope very much that sometime soon we will all be able to do that. And let's hope that we can, and we'll enjoy it so much more because we've had to wait for it. We'll understand what we've lost a great deal more. I wish you all the very best in your new careers. We're looking to you guys to help save the world, you know. We need you. We need you to go out there and to do the very best job you can. In the Cultural Heritage Programme, we've always banged on at you about helping communities to get their heritage, to get their rights, to get their culture recognised. There never was a moment in the world when that was more important than right now. So please go out there and be warriors for us, because we need you. Good luck and see you soon.
So here we are. I will now present our 2020 degree candidates. President Hodges will then confer graduate degrees. Mr. President, I'm honored to present the candidates who have achieved their master's degree with distinction. Starting with Food Studies, Julia Lowry Buckingham, Natalie Yu Tang Ching, Anna Farrell Mines, Eva Cortree Reynolds. For Peace Studies, Ivana Teresa Kohut. For Sustainable Cultural Heritage, Betty Grace Gillespie, Christine Lee M. Lochner. Mr. President, with the recommendation of the faculty, I present the candidates for Master of Arts. These candidates have fulfilled all requirements for their respective degrees, and it is with pleasure that I present them to you to receive their degrees. For Master of Arts in Food Studies, Julia Lowry Buckingham. Natalie Yu Tong Ching. Nora Nelly Hartman. Anna Farrell Mines. Savannah Lee Oaks. Eva Cortree Reynolds. And now for Master of Arts in Peace Studies, Samira Issam Hamdan. Ivana Teresa Kohut. Sigan Matthews. And last but not least, for Master of Arts in Sustainable Cultural Heritage, Dustin Thomas Caravaglia. Sergio Edmundo Enriquez Velasco. Betty Grace Gillespie. Erin Elise Kelly. Christine Leanne Lochner. Katarina Anna Repinski.
Graduates, take a moment to acknowledge those in the audience who have supported you in your efforts, your parents, grandparents, sisters, brothers, girlfriends, boyfriends. Take a moment to acknowledge too the faculty and the staff of the American University of Rome. No one quite knows who thought that a crisis offers an opportunity. Some say Machiavelli, some attribute it to Winston Churchill. In this virtual commencement for our much valued AUR graduates, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for sticking with us through this difficult year. I want to say how sorry I am that I am not personally garlanding you in the grounds of the Villa Aurelia, but instead performing this ceremony online from my house in Umbria. And lastly, I want to urge you to take something special from your experience in the Eternal City, a city which has seen pandemics in the 2nd and 6th centuries, as well as the 14th century, and always bounced back, defiant, strong, resourceful. I wish all of you well for the future, and I really trust you will be part of a generation that will lead the way in turning the problems created by this pandemic into opportunities. That will bring us all, our world, a defiant, strong, and resourceful future. More than ever, every corner of the globe needs hope. Rome is built upon it, and you, our new graduate students, are AUR's ambassadors in undoubtedly what will be a challenging new era. So, class of 2020, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Delaware Department of Education and the Board of Trustees of the American University of Rome, I do hereby confer the mentioned degrees with all the rights and privileges thereto pertaining. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Penso che un sogno così non ritorni mai più.
Mi dipingevo le mani e la faccio di blu.
Poi d'improvviso venivo dal vento rapito.
E incominciavo a volare nel cielo infinito. Volare, oh.
Cantare, oh. Nel blu, dipinto di blu, felice di stare lassù.
E volavo, volavo felice più in alto del sole ed ancora più su. Mentre il mondo piano piano spariva lontana laggiù.
La musica dolce suonava soltanto per me.
Volare, oh oh.
Cantare, oh 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 oh, oh oh oh.
Ma tutti i sogni nell'alba svaniscono perché quando la notte ti porta con sé. Ma io continuo a sognare negli occhi tuoi belli,
che sono blu come un cielo tra punto di stelle. Volare, oh, cantare, oh. Nel blu, dipinto di blu, felice di stare lassù.
Nel blu, dipinto di blu, felice di stare lassù.
Nel blu, dipinto di blu, felice di stare lassù.
Volare, oh oh, cantare,
Dipinto di blu, felice di stare lassù con te.
Ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, thank you so much for coming even virtually. This concludes the 2020 commencement exercises. Now please join us for a Zoom party in honor of the class of 2020. Congrats to everyone.